Today I will be discussing with you the importance of management control systems. The purpose of implementing a management control system is to ensure the long-term success of the organization. It ensures that there are checks and balances in place so that managers have a good idea of when things are going well and when some things need to be improved. It is an important part of managing any business and closely linked to many other functions. Without some form of control, all of the business planning, goals, and targets would be simply guesses that may or may not turn out to be right. The organizational structure and hierarchy must be supported by the appropriate methods of evaluation, and performance evaluation in turn is then used to determine things like compensation and promotions. Managers must know how to evaluate their employees properly, what measures to use, and what standards to measure by. Employees also need to be familiar with how they are being evaluated because this is linked to performance and also job satisfaction. If an employee lacks direction, they will likely not perform very well and may become dissatisfied with their own work. One method of management control is the balanced scorecard. First introduced in 1992 by Robert Kaplan and David Norton, the balanced scorecard combines financial measurement tools with operational measurements to form a more complete picture of the performance of the business. The balanced scorecard uses financial reports to determine if the organization's activities are contributing to financial success. This includes traditional reports like the balance sheet and income statement, as well as financial ratios such as return on investment. The balanced scorecard also examines customer feedback as an important indicator of success. This includes reports such as client feedback surveys and customer loyalty. Then there are operational reports which indicate the state of internal business processes. And these reports are intended to measure efficiency and effectiveness. Lastly, we also have the learning and growth performance measurements. There are positive aspects of the balanced scorecard system, but there are of course some drawbacks as well. On the good side, the balanced scorecard management control system has become a worldwide phenomenon with both broad-based appeal and proven effectiveness. It has proven to improve focus, more effectively allocate scarce resources, and of course execute the company strategy as determined by the mission and vision. Today, organizations have to look at a combination of traditional job evaluation and competency to arrive at an ideal evaluation. Job evaluation factors like accountability, problem solving, and job knowledge will continue to hold good for evaluating equity within the organization, but with changing structures, decision-making points, and new roles, the above factors are not necessarily enough. Performance results, both long and short term, are becoming more important. It is the ability of the person to deliver results, which is why the balanced scorecard makes sense. It looks at the 4 different areas of performance and results. However, the challenges with balanced scorecard are also poor design and actual implementation of the program. Financial measures offer a limited view of what the future has in store because it can only measure past results. For some roles within an organization and for some organizational activities, measuring performance can be quite difficult. Performance is typically seen as in the present or past, what you have done or what are you doing. But with some work, our performance cannot be measured accurately because there are still future results to come. Research and development is one area where it can be hard to measure the effectiveness until it actually produces results. However, the value of the activities is certainly still there. It can also be difficult or impossible to see how the 4 areas of the balanced scorecard make any sense when you bring them together. In his book, Rethinking Performance Management, M. Meyer said the balanced scorecard method, although detailed and comprehensive, ignores the fact that profitability, market share, customer satisfaction and operating efficiency are weakly and sometimes negatively correlated. In other words, customer satisfaction and operational performance, innovation, and so on must be measured alongside financial results because they are different. Then we must also consider the people problem. People will assume performance measures to be consequential and will strive to improve measured performance even if the performance that is measured is not the performance that is actually sought. For example, when a teacher is teaching so that students can pass a specific test, the students may not achieve the proper outcome the course is meant to teach. So this is what can happen then when employees are simply performing to try and perform well on an evaluation instead of attempting to achieve results. One of the most fundamental and oldest measurement tools a business has is financial performance. Financial yardsticks are a critical component of the balanced scorecard. This perspective tells us whether our strategy execution efforts, detailed extensively in the other perspectives, are leading to improved bottom line results. We could focus all of our energy and capabilities on improving customer satisfaction, quality, on-time delivery, employee skills development, or any number of things, but without an indication of their effect on the organization's financial returns, they are of limited value. That is not to say financial measures are more important, but they are equally important in getting the whole picture. The goal of financial performance isn't simply to make more money, but to look at key indicators such as growing shareholder value, lowering costs, improving asset utilization, and also to grow revenue. To do this, we use a variety of tools, including the financial statements, financial ratios, and budgets. The financial statements include the income statement, which tells us the income and expenses over a specific period of time, usually monthly or quarterly. Then we have our balance sheet, which shows us our assets and liabilities. And we also can't ignore the cash flow, which shows if we have enough liquid assets to meet our short-term obligations. We can also use our liquidity ratios to determine this. The activity ratios, like inventory turnover, give us an idea of the level of activity that we have, and we can compare these to other competitors in our industry. Profitability ratios show us where we are most effective in terms of getting a return on our assets or profit margin on sales. And then the third area is the budgets, and the budgets help us stay on track in terms of planning for revenue, expenses, cash, and capital, and let us know if we are getting too far off track in terms of meeting the expected budget. So then bringing all these together and combining them with the customer, operational, and growth performance gives us a complete view of the overall effectiveness of the business.